my Oh, hello. I it's been a long time since I've done a live stream and it's just so crazy. I'm like so excited. I was just like thinking like I don't know what I was like, what if I could do a live stream and all that stuff like how things been doing and all that stuff. And I'm very excited. I've been having a very eventful day. And Wednesdays are always my busiest days, but I'm like, I'm just like doing it like I'm winging it and all that stuff. I had my English classes today, my fairy tales the fantasy class, and then my creative writing class. But like yeah, type in the chat like how have you been doing and yeah, like how's your day and all that stuff. Like I am very like excited and just like I have so much to talk about and to get off my chest and like it is so much fun. Um, my day today, like I was doing discussion groups with my literature class and we were pretty much talking about um like Tolkien and Lord of the Rings because that's what I'm currently reading for my class. And by the way, I actually have the book right here, Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. I'm currently like on chapter two on the second part of the book, so there's like two parts. Like there's like yeah, two parts in the book in each of the books and all that stuff. I'm like, okay, yeah. Um, and it's pretty good. I've been like listening to the audiobook as well to make sure like yeah, I definitely uh I'm motivating myself reading the book by listening to the audio as well. It's something very new that I'm doing and I'm really enjoying it. I'm really enjoying it. And this weekend I'm actually going to read about a good 100 pages because I'm not going to have a class on Friday and yeah, that's what the professor assigned. But also, um, I was I went to my creative writing class. Wednesdays we usually do writing workshops, and the critiques were all right. I wasn't presenting today. I actually presented last Wednesday that I will mention later in the live stream and all. But this one, um, when it came to um the writing that was being workshopped, like the ideas were definitely there, but it wasn't like what's the bigger picture and like kind of like expand on like those ideas and go deeper into the conflicts and all that stuff. And it's so funny because every time I'm in a writing workshop for my creative writing class, I feel like the writings that are paired up are like perfect, like literally perfect. And it's pretty amazing. And like and there's these learning moments to like that's not just for that one person, but it's for everyone. And for me at least, it humbles me and it also like it tells me that hey, like this is something that can take in and use for my own writing and everything like that. Yeah. But yeah, can you hear me well? Because I am testing these out with my headphones for the very first time, and like, yeah, it's so funny. Um, yeah, but I'll say like college life, like it has been really great. Oh yes, good. Thank you very much. Oh man. But yeah, college life has been amazing. I've been a lot more social and like getting to know a lot of people, which is crazy. And as a freshman, it's like, wow, like it's so much fun, really. And um, yeah, I was just like, I've been able to like manage my time very well when it comes to schoolwork and events outside of school and all that stuff. It's been really really, really great. Um, and there's just so much going on. Um, and also like last, well, 2 weeks ago actually, I officially published Mermaid Mysteries, my very first book. And it's wonderful. Um, First book in the series. Last week, oh yeah, I attended UTA by the way, so yeah. Um, I was actually selling a few copies of my book at the math market. Wow, yes. Oh, thank you, thank you. That's really great. And I was selling my book at the math market, and I wasn't like really expecting like the number of people to come across my table. Like it's so funny because whenever I did the application, I was like literally the second to last day. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm like like whenever I first saw it, I was like, yes, 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 I am going to apply for the math market. But then I'm like, okay, okay, I gotta just wait a little bit. But I did the application, I did get accepted to the math market, and I'm like, I'm just preparing, 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 and then like what to do, what to say, what to have, and all that stuff. And yeah, and I guess for my first time selling at the math market and putting myself out there, it was like a learning experience. And pretty much my freshman year is pretty much a learning experience of pretty much everything around college and like what to do, what not to do, and everything like that. So it's pretty cool, and I'm really enjoying the college life. I'm making sure I'm taking full advantage of it as well. And yeah. But back to the math market, I actually sold out all the copies that I was actually selling, and the books were actually selling. I was like, that was the main thing that people were really like really noticing, and what stood out my at my table. And also, to my surprise, I was actually the only vendor that actually was selling the books, and like it was so amazing. I'm like it's like something that you don't usually see at like a vending event. And like yeah, it was so amazing. And I got to get to know more people and being exposed to like that experience where people come together and like we're like we have this like similar cause that we want to put ourselves out there and at the beginning stages as well. And yeah, that's so amazing. And I really enjoyed my time. I was actually there all day. Uh, I was like there an hour early to like set up everything. I was like, and I, I was like, when it came to my table, I was like, it doesn't have to be like the most like luxurious and most expensive stuff on the table. I was like, even with the most simple stuff is really good. And I actually got a picture um of my table. It's really cool. So, and if you hear any noise in the background, that's mostly outside. But yeah, so pretty much this is yeah, lighting is pretty bad, but a good idea of what my table looks like. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Oh, that is so great. Yes. And speaking of indie publishing, yeah, like kind of how I got into that. It's like it's really funny. So, like, yes, Mermaid Mysteries was the first book I've written and all that stuff. And I was like, as soon as I finished it, I was like, I want to publish it. I want to publish it and all that stuff. And like, I was like doing my research and all that stuff. I was like, oh, traditional publishing. Okay, okay. The query letters and all that stuff. Okay, okay. I was like, I'm like a fast learner and I like all that stuff and like get into learn the stuff and all that stuff. Um, Atella is like, no, the book's not ready just yet. And then I don't know. And 2022 was really 2022, 2023 was whenever I was like getting my foot into like learning what goes into publishing a book. And that's where indie publishing came into mind. watch YouTubers who are actually self-published authors and how they put their foot into the book publishing world. And it's a lot. It's like there's so many different things that goes on into self-publishing a book. And whenever I made this decision of, oh, I want to self-publish my book, it was like a huge leap of faith. Like seriously, instead of waiting years to for a traditional publishing deal or something like that, like for me to have like full control over like what I'm doing with my book is like insane. And I'm like, wow, like I can do whatever I want and like the pace is like it's like it's not like a huge gamble. Well, of course, like the amount of investment that you put into the book, like not only money wise, but like book wise, like what's inside the book and all that stuff. And I, I personally like it's been like a roller coaster and all that stuff. And yeah, I'm like, wow. And the summer before college, I was really getting started to promote my book and like actually like, hey, this is the actual title. Like I did so many mentions like this past year about my book, like sneaking in like portions of the video, sort of. And then whenever I was like really like putting it out there, I was like, yeah, yeah. And I got a little attention and all. I was telling my friends all about it and all that stuff. And whenever college started, I was like because that's whatever before I came to college, I made sure I was like, okay, I have my set date of whenever I was going to publish and all that stuff, so I don't have to worry about that in college. So my college experience, I can mostly focus on school. That's why I haven't been like uploading videos like very consistently. But I will mention like pretty soon how I actually got back to like making videos consistently. And it has been very cool. While I'm a freshman in college, it's like, wow, so amazing. And yeah. So yes, don't worry, this book like and I was like, yeah, I didn't really have to like stress out about the book, like, oh, like I still have to do this, do that, and all that stuff. I already had that prepared and all that stuff. And that's pretty good before like entering college. So like like that's no sweat, no sweat. So yeah. And whenever the book officially published, it's so funny because I went to Six Flags the night before, which is crazy. And I had a geology project due that night. Well, I wanted to go to Six Flags and I was like pretty much available for the most part. And it was just like one class, basically one assignment too. I'm like, let's go to Six Flags. And when I returned about like 11 p.m. I'm like, I'm locking in like, I'm like, and then I'm like, oh yes, I got it done. I got it done. Yes, thank goodness. And then my friend, she texts me like, hey, congrats on your book. And I'm like, oh yes, yes. I remember. He like, thank you. And it was at midnight because I wanted to like do like a midnight recording and like send it to a group chat like my book's out. This is not my book, but yeah, so much fun, so much fun. And it has been really great. I've gotten a few print orders. I got plenty of ebook orders as well, which is amazing. And um it's so oh my gosh, it's so funny because with my book, I was actually um I was actually like looking at it every once in a while and all that stuff. And like weeks prior, I was like, hey, what if I do like a free book promotion for this? Like I was like, that's a great idea. And I'm glad Amazon like provides that. And it's pretty cool. So pretty much like this week, so it started Monday, but you still have a chance to like get a free ebook this week until Halloween. And it's been really great. I got like a couple more copies as well. And it's so amazing. I'm like, yeah, this really works. This really works. And it's funny because like yesterday, I actually finally made a post like, hey, it's the free book promotion on Amazon is ready and all that stuff. And I was so excited. I was like, yes, so amazing. And I'm like, oh, I should do this like in another 3 months or so, and like all that stuff. It's very exciting, and I'm like loving it so much. Well, part of my day today, like I was expecting to go to Avatar: The Last Airbender Orchestra, but it was so crazy because there was like a second email. Like, I signed up the first day, the very first day, that is like, oh, you can, here's the opportunity to go to this orchestra for Avatar: The Last Airbender, and like I was so excited because I was getting into Avatar like last year whenever my sister was watching it. Yes, it was really cool. I'm like, just I've heard of Avatar like a lot, and like when I was younger and all, I watched a few episodes and all, but I was real young. I was like, yeah, but it's so funny because I was waiting on the email, like, okay, yes, make sure you meet us here, and yeah, like just a reminder, like, here you go, like, yeah, reminder to make sure, like you still have this date saved, and meet over here and all that stuff. And I got that email like 12:20 while I was playing a game of spoons, like pretty much a card game, and yeah, which was crazy. I was like, oh, this is a confirmation email to confirm that I am going to still be there, right? Right? So I did it right, and then I submitted, and then I'm like, for some reason, I already see my name. I'm like, wait, what? Wait, like, oh, and I assumed that like, oh, I signed up like, okay, yeah, the first time I signed up is like just to sign up and all that stuff, and then yeah, and then which what is so crazy about it is that I was like, I was second guessing because I was like, because it was spelled exactly because like I go by Bree and like it was spelled the same way, BRE. I was like, and a few minutes later, I was like, oh, let me delete that because I basically already signed up, right? And then I go to where we're meeting at. Well, actually, I was actually on the wrong side of the building. Like this, okay, this was what the email said. Okay, meet here in front of the horse statue. I'm thinking about the horse statue that everyone sees in front of the building, and it's like, no, the other one that's on the other side of the building. And what was crazy is like I was like, I thought I missed the bus. I was running in the cold, like seriously, like stopping the bus driver, like, hey, do you have any idea about where the Avatar Last Airbender Orchestra is like? And she was like, she had no idea. I was like, oh my gosh. So I ran all the way back to the building. I was like, I saw this long line and like, and then yes, thank you, thank you. Yes, I am very excited. Yes, yes, I am very excited. Um, what is so funny is that when I finally got there, I was like confirming with the people and all that stuff, and like, yeah, this girl has the same way, the spelling of the name, like the exact same one. I was like, oh, um. Like that's my nickname too. I was like I yeah, so yeah, but like that's a different girl. I was like I was so disappointed. And I'm like, there was another girl, like she was basically dealing with the same problem and like man, we were like both crying on the inside because we both really wanted to go and like yeah, it was like crazy. But I actually made a new friend today. Uh Oh, like literally the person like we both weren't going because like like yeah, it was crazy. But like I made a new friend and we were like we were talking we toured each other's dorm room and like it was really cool. So I guess like a blessing in disguise. And like I wouldn't be doing this live stream right now I if I ended up not going because I literally stopped what I was doing. Like I was expected to go this place and I was like kind of visiting and I like go to where the meeting place is for Avatar. So like yeah, it was crazy. It was really crazy. I was like so yeah, it was really crazy, unexpected and yeah, but great at the same time. Like despite not going to the orchestra that I was like really excited for weeks, like like I'm like I'm back pumping up and like actually like I'm still positive and like despite not going, you know there's always another opportunity and you can't just let the small things bite you and that's one thing I also have been learning here in college as well. And yeah, it's like kind of like a crazy world out there. I always picture like college. It's like it's not entirely the real world because you're in school, but you're also kind of in the real world too because you're like an adult, like trying to figure out like what to do. And yeah, it's like yeah, it's so amazing and to like really experience the college life on campus. And I don't think I would be this outspoken and like very social and confident as I am now, as if I just took online classes at home. It's just not the same experience. And I have like not only known a lot more people through being here on campus, but also I've been like able to tell people like, hey, here's my book, no, not just my book, like people getting to know me as a person and um like that I write books and all. Like it's a touching feeling whenever someone says, "You're actually the first person I met that like that actually writes books." And like the number of people who actually told me that, I was like, "Really?" Like that surprised me. Like I would think like, "Oh, really?" Like oh yeah, the authors who are like with top five publishing companies and all that stuff and and gets all these deals and all that stuff. But for someone to say that I am the first person that they know who is like actually writes books and like really wants to publish it and like actually make a career with it, it's like that is like astonishing, like beyond like imagination really. And I'm like wow, like really wow. And there are actually people excited about it too. And some of the people who are at the math market, who saw my book actually bought it because I just I was like very open about it and like talking about the book and like and actually trying to get to know people through my personality, who I am, and all that stuff. Like putting myself out there. Um, and word of mouth for really like playing a role. Like yeah, it's like a lot of it's a learning experience, but also like it's a really, 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 really cool thing to actually have that experience in college. And I know it's like an experience like no other, like seriously. Um but yeah, which is like so crazy. It's so crazy. Like I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie to you. Like don't worry, I'm currently multitasking something. But a little bit about the Mermaid Mysteries. Like, it's a YA fantasy. It's the first book in the series. It's on the shorter side of the book spectrum, but I think that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing because um I'm starting out and also I'm trying to put my foot into like in the not system, but in the publishing business and industry and all that stuff. And I don't know, like just like in the writing world in general, pretty much. And what a journey it has been, and it's really crazy. It's really crazy. Um yeah, it's really crazy. And I don't know, it's like wozers. Like yeah, sometimes I'll just say wowzers or like um yuppers or something like that. I don't know. Just some little I don't know, Brie words that I just make up along the way. It's very interesting, but hey. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And I actually made some things for my book as well. Like I made some bookmarks or something like that, like some mini bookmarks or something like this. And I really like the black and white. It like makes it like different and all that stuff. And I don't know, I really like it. And then I just had a few other things and all. And something else that I I did have uh it was one of the things was something trying to remember from the top of my head. I think it was Oh yeah, I remember. It was like teasing my second book of the series. Definitely. And I loved it so much. I'm trying to find that other thing that I had. Oh, it's right here. So this thing right here. So I know you can't see it, but it's something that I put inside the book and like it's a little freebie and like you know, because it's talk about guards of Atlantis. This is where my book is centered around Atlantis and all that stuff. And I'll read the book synopsis in a minute. I know I'm a big yapper who is very excited about writing, very passionate about writing, and very excited to like get to know people and all that stuff and all that jazz. Yeah. Um, but what I've been doing with the channel lately, because like at the beginning of the my freshman year, I hadn't been really active on YouTube, like posting videos like weekly basis, that's all that stuff because of schoolwork and all that stuff. But um, I was like thinking about like how am I going to get my channel rolling again with some videos like I talk about writing and like my book and all that stuff. And I was actually talking to this one person who is actually a business major, and he was helping me out um kind of like putting myself out there to like not only promote the book but also myself, because like promoting yourself is like very important. Because like if people only know you of what you write about, like it's like kind of talk what you preach about or something like that. Like if you are not like presenting yourself who you are. Like people are not going to know you. The people are just going to know the art that you made, not like yeah. All people are going to know is like the art and not the artist. And it's good to know both. Like know who's making it, how the person's making it, and like have that blend. It's a nice blend, and it's really great. And just being here at UTA, I have been able to express that very openly in a public setting much bigger, like over 40,000 people here at UTA, which is like losers, like seriously. And like seriously, like it's so amazing. And I started this thing called Tell Your Story, which is like free writing lectures that I upload up here on YouTube about different writing topics and how you can apply it to your own stories, whether it's fiction, nonfiction, poetry. It doesn't matter of the genre. Even if you're just journaling something in your diary that you want to keep secret. And it's really fun. It's what got me back into making videos and on a weekly basis. And it's like also two parts. So the first one I show you like how to apply the writing strategy, and then I show you a fun example And my first very fun example, or one of the very fun examples, was actually the How to Become a Guard in Atlantis from my book Mermaid Mysteries. And I don't elaborate about the guard. It's so funny because this part of, I guess, the world building came way after I written my book series. Like I have all three of the books written. First book, Mermaid Mysteries, is officially published as of like 2 weeks ago and all that stuff. And currently the ebooks are free this week on Amazon. So yeah, go check it out. It's pretty cool. I guess like while I'm building the book, I could actually read the book synopsis. And I also have like a one line thingy majig, like it kind of like hooks you even more. I'll read that first actually. So the mysteries have begun. Sky and Sam learn a secret. Mermaids in Atlantis exist. The kingdom had been invaded by the power-hungry tyrant Luke, and now they must align their trust with the royal family, but past connections shake their mission to pieces. The mysteries that come in does not get out. Brienne and Hampton introduces an out of the ordinary chosen one story ever told centered around Atlantis. And like I would like show people the back of the book, like, hey, you want to just read the back of the book and like that just hooks people like so quickly. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's so cool. And I had like compliments of like my book cover, like the looks of it and all that stuff. Actually, so number one, this book cover, like I actually made the book cover myself. Not bragging, no bragging rights. It's like this book cover came to me and the color scheme and like everything around it like it's so amazing. So this design right here, like the I'll let you call it seaweed, but it's not seaweed, but you can call it seaweed. That's what I just say. But I actually created that design and I don't know, I just began to be so obsessed with it. I was like, hey, let me like actually put it on my book cover and like make it cool and stand out even more. Like that's me. That's me, y'all. That's me. And yeah, it's so amazing. And like, and the fact that I got the mermaid tail to be all across the cover is like so amazing. I like it's so amazing. I love it so much. And yeah, and I actually made each of the book covers for the series. Like I said, I have the each book finished, completed. Um, when it comes to the second book, I'm currently in another round of revisions and also like having other people to read it for like clarity. Plus, like not only is it a good story, like oh okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, like one of my biggest flaws is like grammar. Like it's like okay, like don't get me wrong, like I know the basics of it. I do. It is it's like it could be one word that's like, oh my freaking gosh, this could have been perfect, but one word. I'm like, and then yeah, that's why I'm actually having people read over the second book before. Yeah, it's just it's so something. But I'm really glad like people are really liking the story and the story's really good. Like I'll say despite like so since the first book is published right now, um, I'll say because I've read this like so many times now, and I'll say despite the book's flaws, uh, it's a really great story, and even for it be on the shorter side because it's like a novella, but it's really good. Like I expand on it throughout the series. Like by the way, it is a trilogy. Um, so yeah. And the very first time that I finished the book, it was like under 20,000 words, which was crazy. And it didn't make me mad. It's just like, man, I thought I would reach 20,000 words. You know, that was my goal, and I didn't even reach that. And I guess whatever I did like around a revisions and so, I'm like, I got what it takes. I got what it takes to write a book, and and like you know it. allowed me to keep going and all that stuff and to complete the series as well. Like, yeah. But any questions or anything? Like, I've been yapping with excitement and passion, and I'm like, yeah, it's like it's like so amazing. Having that fire and like you just go on and on. Like honestly, I could talk for hours about so many things and like, whew, yeah, so many things. But yeah. Um, but one thing I do want to talk about, like even as questions are coming through the chat, like a few things like that's outside the book is I am currently in a creative writing class and um reasons why I like enrolled in a creative writing class my first semester here at UTA is because I want to get to know the craft of writing even more. Like really and like get to know like different like not only different techniques that I probably already know, but to get a different perspective. And that's what I've been like doing a lot here at college, like getting different perspectives. And it's really humbled me to like take things more carefully and like see all sides to different things as well. And yeah, so I'm going actually going to talk about my fiction short story that I actually workshopped last week and finally get it into fiction. Like seriously. Mm. So last week I workshopped my story called Ruler of the Shadow Realm. And well, I don't like what's on the first page because originally on the bottom right here I wanted it on the next page. But I was like, oh, I just want to save the professor some paper, so that's why it's on there. And I got critiqued heavily on that because it's a before reading. I did it intentionally and everything, and like, yeah. I'm sorry. I'm looking at this comment of what this one person said. Like, your excitement is contagious. I know. Like, it's oh, it's so funny. Like because I was a very quiet person and just now just being so outspoken and very excited about things is like it's so amazing. Anyways, back to this writing. Actually, some origins about this piece. I actually originally wrote it um during my junior year in high school because we were learning about writing Gothic literature. We were reading a poem and a short story that was um about Gothic literature. The poem was called "The Raven" by Alan Edgar Poe, and the short story was like the Red Massacre. I actually enjoyed. Well, I enjoyed the Red Massacre because it was like a short story and like it had like kind of those fantasy vibes. I love fantasy, by the way, if you cannot tell. I am like, yeah, and it was really fun. The Raven, like, it was a good read, but I feel like sleepy and all that stuff. But I do like it. I read the Hunger Games like in April. I enjoyed the book, The Sunrise of the Reaping, and I was like loving it. I was loving it. And it did mention the poem The Raven multiple times. And yeah. Writing critique now. Okay, okay. So I let the other person go first. I was like yeah, can you go first? Because I want to speak my mind on like what critiques I had about her writing. Um, but yeah, I'm glad she went first because I was like, let me do my part. Let me do my part. I read the first two paragraphs of the Ruler of Shadow Realm, and yeah, applause. But ironically, the first person who gave a critique, like the person who did her writing critique her writing shop workshop before me. Like she was like question on question on question on question, and I was trying to mumble myself. I was mumble on myself. I was trying to mumble like that's a question, that's a question, that's a question. Like I want to say it so badly. Like so in writing critiques, like pretty much the writer needs to keep their mouth shut as until like the end or like for clarity reasons. And I just like I can't help myself. Like, girl, you are asking me question on question on question on question about not my story, my world, my world. She was attacking my world. I, it, it was like a recurring theme during my workshop for ruler of shallow round. Everyone, well, minus the professor, so the students were critiquing my work. No, they were attacking my world. And all I'm asking myself, is it a good story? Why aren't you critiquing my story? Um, what about my story? Y'all talk about the world and all that stuff. Yes, the world, okay, the world is in progress. I'm learning. I even had to clarify in the most respectful way possible that the world is in progress. World building was actually something that I lacked in. This is actually what I spoke with the professor after class because those students were no, attacking my world. I'm telling you, I am not joking. Like, and like, and I guess fantasy is just one of those genres is like very challenging to critique, and that's understandable. Understandable. But I don't know, I thought I made things self-explanatory and clear, like without like, oh, it's part of a bigger world, part of a bigger story. Which it is. Like this is actually before a book series, but I made sure I talked about things that wouldn't like allude to all of that. And yeah, like I don't know. It's really crazy. And like I don't know. It's just really crazy. And I right now I'm a little speechless. But um so yeah, it's just like really crazy. And mm, it was just a lot to take in. And yeah. I like and I wrote Ruler of Shadow Realm as a second draft, and it definitely was improvement from the first draft. Um, because there are things that would have been even more confusing. Like there are certain sentences I took out or like reworded and made better. And yeah. So yeah. So that was a very interesting journey, I'll say. And Uh, it wasn't that I was questioning myself, like am I a good writer? It's more like how I am taking these critiques. Like, because like I said, the question on question on question on question from the students, like there were great questions, great questions. I'm not gonna lie to you. I would had loved to answer them, but it was at the wrong time. And I hated so much. I like seriously, I hated it so much. Like I had to sit there. The students in my creative writing class attacking my world is soul crushing because this is what I'm working on. This is something I'm still working on to this day, no matter what story I'm writing. And for someone to attack my world like that, it's just it hits hard. It hits hard. And the only question I always ask myself every time I show my writing to anyone, I'm like, is it a good story? That's my number one question. If it's not a good story, if the story is not well executed, so I'll fix it. I'll fix it. You just gotta tell me that. But if you're like attacking my world, well, I guess I'm speaking for like all authors who do world building as a whole. Like attacking the world to me is like kind of a crime to authors who are writing fantasy, especially, and trying to immerse people, the readers, to a world, and like it's very upsetting. And the fact that it was um at a writing workshop in a class, it really crushed me. And the people there, like they're not like people who would, write stories very often. Like, okay, out of all the students, out of all the students in my creative writing class, I had the most experience in fiction writing, or let's just say writing in general. Oh, hello, hello, how are you? How are you? um, I'm just currently talking about my creative writing experience with, and yeah, it's crazy. Um, but yeah, yeah, and pretty much I can show you like um the number of copies. Oh gosh, yeah, the number of copies from my writing critique. So yeah, these are pretty much all the copies. Well, this is mine, but a lot, a lot of like copies of my story with other people's critiques. So yeah, whenever I was looking through the papers, like I put the professor's notes last, because I obviously it's obvious that the professor has the most to say about it and all that stuff. But yeah, it's crazy. Um, so when it came to looking through my classmates' critiques that they had with my story, Ruler of Shadow Realm, there wasn't much. And the much, how much they said in class, like, did not compare what they put on the paper. And, like, and, like, you can't control what people do or anything like that. But I'm just like, that's just sad. It's real sad. And I'm like, I'm looking at the papers like blank, my words, nothing on the page. I'm like, so yeah, that were attacking my world and not critiquing my story. And yeah, that's a problem for me. That's a problem. Cause I'm asking myself, um, like, is my story good? Oh, do you like college better than high school? Yes, I do like high. Yes, I do like college better than high school. It's a it's a very different experience. And earlier in the live stream, I was talking about my experience and on campus at UTA, and it's very amazing. Ups and downs, but persevering and yeah, um, taking it one day at a time. Yeah. Oh, creative writing. Um, yeah, but one thing that I am learning, not just in creative writing, but I just in general, like taking things into consideration. Um, and whenever someone has a critique, um, whether it's constructive or not, like, like listen, definitely listen and see what the person has to say. Um, and then yeah, like kind of see where it goes. So like, and like one thing about like in general, like it's like you can consider things and make your own decisions. And when it comes to writing, I take things into consideration. I actually think about it and like, is this something I want? Is this something that needs to change or something like that? And like, yeah. So yeah, it's a lot of learning. Um, not just inside the classroom, but also outside the classroom, and even with my own writing as well. So, yeah, a lot of learning. Um, let's see. Oh, yes, thank you, thank you. Congratulations on Mermaid Mysteries. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm like very excited about that book, and like I believe Mermaid Mysteries has so much potential, and like there's so much more that's like beyond the pages of the book, and yeah, yeah. I it's right here, yeah. But yes, feel free to comment in the chat like yes, please like I know my shirt says don't bother me, but yes, please bother me. Oh, I sold a couple copies. I sold a couple copies. Actually had a few more orders today. I'm so I'm glad you brought that up because so this week I'm doing like a free book promotion thingy on the Kindle books, so it's the online books. And um you can get that for free like from well, I started Monday, but you can get it all the way through October 31st. And I was surprised at how well that has been working. Um yeah. And I sent the post about, oh yes, it's finally out, or uh, the free book uh, sale is out till this Friday, and yeah, um, yeah, it's like it's pretty cool, and I'm really happy about that, and the free book sale for like a few days has been working pretty well. And yeah, I actually checked like an hour ago. It's like, wow. Um, it kind of made me think about this live stream. I'm like, oh, let's see, like, what have I been doing, and how's life been, and writing in general. Yes. Yeah. Anyways, um, yeah, it's so amazing. So this week. When it comes to like writing ideas and storytelling, um, Things have been really crazy because it started Sunday afternoon after I got back to the dorm. Um, after yeah, pretty much after church, I came back from the dorm and did some studying and all that stuff. I'm like, then this story came to me. I'm like, hold up, this is a little too good for me to just like ignore. Oh, excuse me, and do my um too too good to ignore it and just to like do my work. I was actually taking breaks in between to just like come up with a story in my head as like because whenever I'm um think of a new not story idea but like a story like literally like beginning to a certain part of it or beginning to end, it depends. Like the story comes to me and like it's really cool. And um with this, well, I actually had three story ideas in my head, and it was different. It was like really different. I was like, it would there were themes that I don't usually explore in my writing. It was like new. When will my sequel be? Let's see. So my sequel, I'm planning like mid-December through like January, um between those 2 months. Um yeah. Um let's see. Oh yeah, the story ideas. So I don't know, like after each story had a ending that was so surprising, and I'm like, it just led to the next one. And things just got crazier, crazier, crazier. I'm like jaw drop and everything. I was like, I even took a nap. Uh, imagining that story. It was so cool. Uh, oh, the second book release that soon. Yeah, the book is on the shorter side of things. Oh, thank you, thank you. Um, hold up. Yeah, the book is a novella, which is on the shorter side of, uh, yeah, it's on the shorter side. And I guess like with the size of the book, the size of the book, like the number of pages or something like that. When it comes to shorter books, like about around 100 so pages, and I'll say like having like instead of waiting like 6 months to a year for it, like maybe like a shorter time, like maybe like 3 months or so, 3 or 4 months, pretty much. But I am currently getting some I have some beta readers reading over it and um to make sure it's on at the tip top shape. And I am also keeping an eye on things as well. Um so yeah, pretty cool, pretty cool. And um and Mermaid Mysteries, by the way, is the first book in the series of three. Um and yeah, I can't wait to like really talk about it and like tell you all about it and all that stuff. Like, yeah. Let me go to this question real quick, and then I'll go back to um, what I've been doing here in college very recently. Let's see. Do you plan to do something special for your 100th for your 100 subscribers? Um, that's a great question. Like, like I know for sure that I want to do a post about it. Uh, one of my main things is like finding the time to do it. I know it's like really nice to do something like that. Um, it's just finding the time. I need to find the time to do it. And I just so happened to find the time to do the live stream tonight, which was very unexpected, but it's very fun. Uh, and if you rewatch the live stream, I go crazy storytelling of how my day was today. Like it was like a roller coaster, and yeah, um, but yeah, it's funny because I guess I can kind of speak on my live stream experience. Like I've done a few live streams like during the summer, but I was like very nervous. I was like, oh, how am I going to have this live stream structured and all that stuff? And oh, hello, hello. And I was like, what if no one like shows up and all that stuff, and or like what to say whenever like I have nothing else to say or something like, or what happens whenever I'm like everything goes haywire. I just like go like stage fright. And, like I tell you, looking at a camera and just talking, just like on live is not an easy thing. And yes, yes, I love that. Yes, I love that so much. Oh man, I love that quote. Wait, because I have a. Oh my gosh. Thank you for bringing that up because I was like, I have uh a drink something something. It's like a drink holder kind of. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But because I got it from the Department of English like almost a year ago actually. And it was talking about words will take you. And oh my gosh, that quote, I love that quote. I am going to screenshot that right now. Oh my gosh. Wonderful. Those are like words of encouragement right there. And oh my gosh. You don't know how excited I got whenever I saw words will come to you. And like that is like exactly what happens to me when I like think of new story ideas. Not only story ideas, like stories that turn into series and turn to other stories, and it's so amazing. It's like how excited I get and all that stuff. And like this is what like my excitement goes up, and like I like go like boom 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 like the most, and like it's so amazing. And I guess here at UTA and like college in general, I'm able to like expand that, and like I like talking to people like becomes like almost second nature. And yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh man. But Monday, Monday. Okay, because in my literature class, my literature class is like fairy tales to fantasy. Love that class. That has been my favorite class since day one coming to college. Like seriously, love the professor, love the course. I really like the projects. I got my grade from one of my projects. It's a good grade. I was like, lady, can you just give me a few more points? But it's okay. It's great. It was like creating a map and then doing a rationale, like talking about the world building. And I actually wrote and well, I had like a 9 page essay that I wrote, but it was like about 7 pages. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. Yes. Yes. Yes, 9 pages is a lot. It is a lot. But I was so passionate about it. Like I was talking about like my world building for this. So it's called Eternity, and like there's so many stories that I can pull out. Like I could choose a location and like tell a story all about it, or like it was so amazing. And I was talking about the origins of it as well. I actually have a picture of it. You probably won't be able to see it like clearly, but this is what it looks like right there. Oh my gosh, lowest and highest grades. Oh, I don't want to talk. Oh, we don't talk about grades. No, no. Well, I am passing. I am passing. I am passing. Uh, is that answer accepted? That I'm passing? Oh my gosh. But yeah. Um, so yeah, my map was basically that. I actually drew this on a whiteboard and I took a picture of it and made it better in a way. And the way this printed out, I wanted it black and white. I actually asked someone to print this out for me, and the printer and and it came out purple, but I loved it so much. I love it so much, and I'll probably post what this looks like after the live stream. Like, hey, this is what it looks like. Remember? But it's a lot more clear and like you can see it better. So yeah. Oh, D equals diploma. That's funny. That's funny. Um, so yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Um, but the current project that I'm doing for my fairy tales to fantasy class is like a twinery. So the software that me and the class are using is called twinery.org, where you pretty much create your own storyline and have multiple different outcomes. So the project is called Creating Your Other World. And I was so excited for the project. I'm like, oh, I can't wait to do this and all that stuff. I started like 3 weeks ago. Excuse me. I started 3 weeks ago, like um having a basic like idea and like, okay, I have a little bit right now. Um, but when she mentioned it on Monday again, I was like, I'm really excited what to do with it. Yes, I know my face will like I'm really excited. Yes. Because while I was studying, I was like, well, it's so funny because I had a Spanish writing assignment due that same day. I was like, oh, I don't want to do it. Oh, we're having hot chocolate. I would love some hot chocolate, but I'm stuck with water, as you can see. But healthy water. Mm. Um, I will say, um, mm, like Monday night, I was like thinking about um the creating my other world like even more, and I was like, because okay, where the story first takes place is like present day. This is my fantasy world to so keep that in mind. This is my fantasy world. So inside my fantasy world, present day pretty much, well, mostly. Um, and then there are two major pathways. One that the main character can go to the past or the future. And pretty much I started with the past. I did a little bit of it. Actually, whenever I thought about the title of that storyline, I was like, like this is interesting. I was like, this is interesting. I wonder where the story will take me. And then as I was like actually focusing on that assignment more, I thought of it more than just an assignment. I thought of it as a really cool project. And with the number of short stories that I have in my head, I can really put that on the computer and like, hey, let me create my own storyline. And I create like multiple outcomes and how it plays out. As like I am the dungeon master or like Well, I did play Dungeons and Dragons 2 weeks ago, and I was the dungeon master dictating where the characters will go and all that stuff. And I got 30 automatic points for this project, so it's pretty cool. And um, I'll say, um, with that, I was like, wow, like this is so amazing. And how I started that story, this is the I actually started with like a wedding scene, which is kind of out of the ordinary and a little random in a way, doing a storyline of like, oh, we're just thrown into this wedding, and then at the very next scene, what in the world is going on? But but it was so good that I kept going. But then it got crazier and crazier and crazier. And I was like, ah, let's keep cooking. Let's keep cooking. Like, feed me more, feed me more. Like, and I was like, yeah. So I started the story of like, yeah, I was like, I was having a lot of fun with it. And like, I actually stayed up till like 2 in the morning to like do like 'cause I was like so passionate about like the storylines. I was actually starting on the future storyline for my project, and the future one got heated up really quickly in my mind, and I was like writing a script for it. Like, and in fact, oh man, I hold up, let me remember where it is. Hold on. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Hold up, because I had it with me today. I had it with me today. I was like, where could it be? But feel free to ask me a question while I'm like try to remember where in the world it is, where it's at. Oh, it's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. Yes, it's here. So this is really fun. This is fun for me. Hopefully this is fun for you too. Uh, get it to know what's my in my mind and my writing process and everything and coming up with stories. This is what I do, y'all. This is what I do. Um, so I started out like, well, this was the first note card that I started with. You can probably see it pretty clearly. This is so on the back. This like the ending of the storyline altogether, so you can kind of see it. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It was funny. It was like comedic for me. I actually showed my roommate the ending, what's on here, and like it made her laugh. I was like, good job, me. And then, oh yeah, what I was spending 2 in the morning for, um, I was like writing some more of like, I was writing the storyline for the future. This is my fantasy story. This is not me. This is my fantasy story. Um, let's see. So I was like kind of writing it like crazy. So I'm like, okay, like here's a scenario, and half is like two different sides of it and all that stuff, and like continues on here. Like, yeah, this was what I was doing till 2 in the morning Monday night, and like so crazy. And I continued last night actually doing some more. I actually finished the um one of the storylines and I put it on Twinery. Like I highly recommend Twinery. I really do. Um Let me see if I can search it up really quick. Uh like so it's called Twinery .org. So TWINERY.org. I'm going to go on the yes. I'm going to actually share that link. Like you can make like different storylines with it, whatever you want and all. And when you finish it, you can actually publish it on the website and people can actually interact with it as well. And I highly, highly recommend it. Like it is so amazing. Like like so amazing. Oh my gosh. I wanna I think I'll put it in the description below. And once I finish it, I'll like make a post about it, like, hey, come go check out my interactive story, my interactive storyline that I made like from literature class, fairy tales to fantasy. And yeah, it's so much fun. I'm over halfway done with it. Um, It's funny because I was like kind of thinking about, oh, maybe I can do a video about like interacting with my storyline. Um, but I'm like, should I really? I'm like maybe. I was thinking about that. I was thinking about making a video about like interacting with my storyline on Twinery. And this is like fantasy related, very fantasy related. And actually the Monday before Thanksgiving break, um in class, in my literature class, everyone's going to play someone else's interactive story. And I'm very excited. I'm like, who is going to have my interactive story? Because the person who's going to have my interactive story is going to be so surprised. Like, what was this girl cooking? Like, and when I finish it, I'm definitely going to post it on YouTube, like on the community page, and like here, interact with my story, my interactive story, and like all that stuff. So much fun. And like it was definitely fun for me making it. Well, I'm still in progress. I'm still having fun with it. Hopefully I can continue tonight. Oh my gosh, it's like well, number one, the words had to like kind of come to me. Um, yes, like the words will come to you. Like yes. Um, so definitely. And it's due next Friday, but I'm looking way past the like the deadline, like because I'm like this is more than just an assignment. This is something that I'm passionate about. I love telling stories. I love putting my ideas onto the page and like actually putting that into action. Like you could say that you really like to write and want to come up with stories and all that stuff, but if you don't like put that into action and like actually express that, like like how are people going to know that? Like how are you going to know that for yourself? Like this is something that you really want to do, that like this is something that you cannot live without. And yeah. Um just some things to just ask yourself what you do, like anything that you do, whether it's a passion or something like everyday thing that you have to do to like, you know, to live life to the fullest. And um yeah, this I know I covered a lot today and like oh my gosh, like things were really fun. But if you any questions or like comments or anything, like I know I've been going like fire like for like the last hour and it's like been so much fun. Like it's like I said, like at the beginning of the live stream, it's been a long time since I've been on a live stream. It's been like since like the summertime. I'm like oh my gosh. Uh yes, yes, I am very wired up. That's funny. Yes. Oh my gosh. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's something. It's really something. Uh, hold up. This is funny. Hold up. It'd be funny if someone said on the comments like, "What are you doing with your phone?" But yeah. Uh like yeah. No, that will take some time, like that'll be like afterwards, but for me to respond to. But hold on. Let's see, because I have been working on multitasking too. Hold up a second. Uh let's see. Yeah, let's see. Like yeah, what do you want to talk about? Like wait. So what do you want to talk about? I love that line. If you watch WWE, Cody Rhodes says that every time in his promo. Yeah, watch WWE and like I've watched WWE since '03. So yeah. It's funny because last week someone noticed that I was watching wrestling related content. I was like, oh yeah, I watch wrestling. Yeah, like I'm into watching wrestling and knowing all that stuff. Yes, Cody Rhodes. Yes. It's so funny. I've been watching quite a few wrestling videos and shorts and all that stuff. I watched one today. It was so funny. I ain't going to tell you which one it was, but it was so funny. But, oh, yeah. As you can see, me and my phone. I hate my phone, but I have to have a phone. So, yeah. 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 I like Cody Rhodes. I feel like his um second world title reign is like a little boring and stagnant. I don't know, like I see I I'm looking through like everything in like a like with different perspectives and try to see all sides of things. And when it came to wrestling, like I love watching wrestling. Whenever I like try to start to get to the storylines and like get the meanings of all that stuff, um, I try to think of uh oh hold up oh so yeah, so I look, I observe things more in like an analytical lens. Okay. uh Uh, yeah, yeah. So, yeah. I also watch football. I like football, and I listen to a lot of things about the Dallas Cowboys and all that stuff. On the analytical side and all that stuff. Then I like pretty much anything sports. Um, I read articles about and like see a lot of things. That's what my computer feed has and all that stuff, other than writing stuff. Yes, I have a life outside of writing. Oh, so yeah, I definitely do have a life outside of writing and school and studying. So yeah, very interesting. Oh my gosh, I have so much energy right now and like, oh my gosh, like I I don't know. It feels like it's like the afternoon. Well, not the afternoon, but like maybe like around dinner time. But it's like I'm like it's like literally 9:30ish. Like all right, thank you very much. Yes, and I just like yeah, yeah. I just like this is very fun. Like I like live streams. I feel like with this one, like I've been uh I've been like um I don't know, like with this live stream, I've been like more like outspoken. And like this is actually my very first live stream that I've been like very spontaneous. I'm like, oh, let me just do a live stream, and talk about what I've been doing in college and like in my classes, particularly my writing classes and all that stuff. So, um, like I said, I'm kind of multitasking with something, with a few things, but oh my gosh, that's so funny. I don't know, like, oh my gosh. Okay, there we go. Um, but yeah, yeah, like all this talk about writing, I don't know. I'll tell you, I could talk all day about this, but like, like seriously, it's like I feel like I was able to cover so much with very few time and all that stuff, and like wow, like yeah, and yeah, college life has been really great, and like I'm like been managing to like put do like different things and like being involved and like still doing the things that I love doing even before I came to college is like amazing, and being able to continue that is amazing. And uh I'm very excited to do more videos. I should be having a video up and ready on YouTube on my channel this week. Um and it will be about like acronyms. I made my own acronym called LAB. That's like look the part, act the part, and be the part. And that was a really fun one. That's like my own little acronym that I made up that I came up with whenever I was in freshman in high school. And it's not something that only that you can apply to writing, but something that you can take with you for life, everyday life, pretty much. And it's a shorter video, which is funny. It was actually my quickest video that I was like, and I was like, oh, I was like, okay. Um, and yeah, it's very fun. Yeah, what I've been doing with my videos on this channel lately, tell your story series of writing lectures with fun writing examples, of course. And a lot of the examples that I use is based on my book, Mermaid Mysteries. And it's been so much fun. I've been able to mention my book and like some experiences. Yeah, some experiences that I've been having with the book. And it's amazing. And like the journey. It's all about the journey. Um, like whatever you do in life. And there are going to be obstacles that are going to be in your way, but it's how you make of it and what are you going to do about it, really. Um, and yeah, so like don't limit yourself and let God take you. And thank you for being on this live stream, and I appreciate you like staying on here and interacting with me and like you know um other than me like it really to talk about things I like, especially what I'm passionate about. Like it's it's always wonderful and a blessing knowing that someone is listening and supporting. So thank you, and this is the end of the live stream.